All right. Good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for today. We have a great word, and I'm not really surprised it came up because I'll be honest with you. Someone sent me a note the other day and asked me to have what could they do to help their child build this virtue, and I haven't gotten back to them yet, and partially because of no excuses. I haven't gotten back to them yet. And then the virtue came up, so it's forcing me to talk about it. And then when this is done, I'm going to get back to them. So here we go. So confidence is the word, and that is something that many parents want to see built up in their children, as they might be more timid or laid back or not as assertive, and so they would like to see them have that confidence to move forward and in different parts of their life. So let's read the description first, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things and other virtues that are needed to build confidence, and then also what parents can do and what they must be careful not to do so that they don't hurt the confidence of their child. So here we go. So confidence is having faith in ourselves and in life. We feel capable and competent. We trust that we have the strength to cope with whatever happens. Confidence helps us to be free of worry. When we are confident in others, we believe in them and rely on them. We build self-confidence as we learn from our mistakes and improve for the better. Confidence brings the strength to try new things, to gain mastery through practice. With confidence, we cast off limiting beliefs and doubts. We offer our gifts as a worthy contribution. When opportunity comes, we step up to it. We just say yes. So there we go. That's a great description of confidence, and so to begin the conversation, I'd first like to say that this is again one of those virtues that that I have to work on and continue to work on a daily basis, and it stems from some of the things that we'll talk about for our kids, but our need to believe in ourselves and to have faith in ourselves and in life in general, that things are going to turn out the best for us. So if we believe that things are working out for us, that helps give us confidence to step into places that maybe we wouldn't step before. And and that's something that I continue to work on, to be sure that I don't get hung up in the fears that can keep me from stepping out into a world or into a new activity or such. And it took things years and years ago. I started taking Taekwondo, and I started working in different martial arts, and it took confidence. I'm not a big guy, I'm small, so I'm out there sparring with people that are much bigger than me, much younger than me at that time, and so it took confidence to do that. And how I got it was how I got the confidence to do that was I was free of worry. I knew, of course, that there was a possibility of getting hurt, but honestly, I never did. I knew there was a possibility I was going to lose, and that was okay with me because it was the practice that was the most important thing. And as I practiced, of course, I got better. And as I got better, my confidence grew. And so that's part of building that confidence, and something that I'm applying in other parts of my life too. So I wasn't always able to do lives. I just was too nervous about it. I wanted to write everything out. And now I feel much more at ease at it, and they're not perfect, and that's okay with me, but it's me. When I do one of these lives with a virtue, I have absolutely read that virtue as I'm reading it to you. So, and then whatever comes into my head, that's what we talk about, and that takes a certain amount of competence, and that comes from practice. It comes from doing it. The same thing happened to me when I was working on writing blog posts. I had a difficult time writing them. But the more I wrote, the better I got. The better I got, the more confidence I had, and the more blog posts I wrote. So those are all ways that that we grow in our confidence. So let's just take a couple of minutes here and talk about parenting and children and building confidence. And this particular live may go a little bit longer than usual. So I have made a couple of notes because I want to make sure that I have this. But trust. So trust is one of the virtues, and so confidence is one of like all the virtues that are supported by other virtues, right? So as we grow confidence, we've probably also grown our trust in not only in others and their ability to teach us or to help us or to be there for us, but trust in ourselves. Trust in ourselves that we have the capability to learn, that we have the ability to be resilient and to get past whatever problem or whatever challenge might come. Certainly sports teaches us that, but so do other things. Like if I'm trying to learn how to play the guitar, if I'm trying to learn a skill in art, like how to paint, I don't start off as a perfect master. It grows. And so trust in our ability to figure it out, to learn, to be able to listen to and find instruction from others, and is all part of building confidence. That ties right into, and we've talked about it a little bit, is the freedom from being afraid of making mistakes. And so once we recognize that when we make a mistake that we can learn from it, that helps our confidence, because we're never going to do anything that we don't make mistakes. Even when we're pretty good at something, it's still likely that there might be some mistakes made. But when we make that mistake, can we go back and learn from it? Can we figure out, okay, what did I do that worked? What did I do that didn't work? Why do I not want to do this again? So, we make mistakes, and that's okay, and we learn from them. And that ties into trying new things without that fear. So, recognizing that when we try something new, that, things are not probably going to go as well as we had hoped, or that we pictured in our mind. And so this our willingness to step out and to try new things, and there's going to be some things that come up that we try that are going to go well, and that builds our confidence. And it might be one of those things that's just a natural gift for us, or something that we've practiced and didn't realize we had practiced before, but or maybe just something that just goes well for us the first time, and that builds our confidence. And then finally, one more thing in regard to building confidence, and especially with children. We must give our children the opportunities to demonstrate their gifts and to be helpful. Now, helpfulness is another one of the virtues. And so when we allow our children to help us, and children ask to help us all the time, right? Dad, can I help you mow the lawn, right? And then when they're 15, they don't want to do that anymore. But if when they're young, they want to be helpful, and that builds their confidence. Now, if we dismiss that, and now I'm moving into, but before I go there, let's talk about this just a little bit more. When they're able to help, even if it's not perfect, and even if there's mistakes made, but when they're able to help, that builds their confidence. It makes them feel worthy. It makes them feel as if they belong to this family group, this team, as I call them, and that is a way of them building their confidence. The same thing happens in the classroom for teachers. When a teacher invites a student to help her do something, many times it's not because she really or he really needs the help, but because it's a way of developing this relationship and building the confidence of the student in their own abilities to belong. Now, with that in mind, we have to be careful as parents and teachers and anyone dealing with a child. We have to be careful that we don't downplay their attempts. For instance, a child may want to help you make the bed. So when they make the bed, it's not going to be perfect, and we know that. But their attempt and their effort is what we want to see. And so when we appreciate that and not downplay those attempts as not being good enough, we really help our child to grow in that area of confidence. And in line with this same thought, we want to be careful not to do for our child what they are capable of doing for themselves, because that promotes an idea that they're still helpless, that they need other people to do things for them. And that becomes a very limiting kind of personality trait. So we want to be careful about that. And in a positive way, we want to do two things: recognize their effort and acknowledge the virtues that they've shown in making that effort. Now, you will see on my website at josephmichael.coach a whole list of 100 virtues. And as you look at those virtues, try to think about what your child is showing when they try something new, when they are working on something that's a skill that's difficult for them. It might be. So I have my list right here. I'm just going to look down this list, and you can see that as they're trying something, they may be showing, let's walk down. They might be showing commitment, right? They might be showing courage for taking that step of moving forward. They might be showing determination. So like when they're learning to tie their shoe, they don't get it the first time, but we can help them see that they are showing determination by continuing. Do you see how we're doing this? So just look down the list. What is it that your child is showing? Is he showing helpfulness? That's encouraging him to continue to be helpful. Did he show patience as he was trying to learn something? Acknowledge that in them by just simply saying to them, I see the patience that you're showing when you worked diligently on learning to tie your shoes, right? Or however else you might have seen it. Did we see their purposefulness? We can talk about that. Did we see their trust in themselves, that they can learn that, recognize that in them? Did we see their resilience when they didn't give up and they came back to it and tried again? All of those things have an effect on our children growing their confidence. Over the next week or so, I'm going to write up something in more detail on this, but those are just a few thoughts about confidence today that I've been thinking, and I wanted to share with everybody some of the things that I'm going to share with this person who asked me about growing confidence in their child. So that's it for today. I know it was super long, but thank you for being here. And until next time, keep practicing the virtues and the 4 C's of successful families. And that is, just a loud noise just took it right out of me. The 4 C's, right? Clarity, communication, consistency, and community. So until next time, see you then. Bye.